Shoot, 7:05. We going live right now. It's live? Testing. Testing. Solid. My first piece up, let's go to give me Isaiah 28. Isaiah 21. All right, Shalom Israel, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah to all the brothers, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Shem Yahushua to all the sisters. It's the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge. As you must know, it's a Tuesday Brotherhood class. I'm Priest Officer Kratazar holding it down. Tonight we're going to talk about forgiving your brother. We're going to go into an account on a brother showing forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? If you tune into my last class about how jealousy breeds envy and envy breeds malice, we went into the account of Joseph and how Joseph was sold into Egypt, or tricked and sold into Egypt by his own brothers because they were jealous of him. And we went to the 3 stages of jealousy, how jealousy, what jealousy is, envy, what envy is, and how envy, if you let that demon fester, it's going to bring malice, and malice is now what? You know, you start to cause harm to others because of your jealousy, which originally started with you by simple communication, or by you not letting that fester so much, you could have stopped the demon at the door. You know what I'm saying? So if you remember that account, his brothers conspired against him because Jacob had Joseph in his old age, and it was his favorite son. The account I'm talking about is in Genesis chapter 37, that whole account. So if you want to go back and read it on your own, Genesis 37 is what I'm talking about right now. And they got mad. They wanted to actually kill him, but then Reuben stepped in and said, don't kill him. They threw him in the ditch, sold him off. And Judah came up with the idea to sell him off. They sold him off. And after they sold him off, he went down to Egypt. They faked like he died. They brought back his jacket, and it was all colorful, and told Jacob that Joseph's dead. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We're going to get the other half of that, because Joseph was a brotherly brother. His account is very beautiful on brotherhood because they did that to him. That shows the jealousy, envy, malice aspect of it. But then Joseph, when he now is in Egypt, we're going to get into that tonight, how his brothers and them relied on him, whether they knew it or not, and Joseph forgave his brother. You see what I'm saying? We're going to get into that account right tonight. Before that, you know how important brotherhood is. The law, it hangs the 2 greatest laws, that we love the Lord, I'm roughly paraphrasing, that we love the Lord with all our heart, all our soul, you know what I'm saying, and love thy neighbor as thyself, or love thy brother as thyself. So brotherhood is very important. It's sisterhood, brotherhood, sisterhood, same thing. It's very important. We must understand that we have to keep these laws, and we have to stay brotherly at the same time. And being brotherly, being sisterly is keeping the law. You see what I'm saying? So give me that. Isaiah 28.
Come, sir.
Precept upon precept. That's the part I want.
You didn't want verse 1. So
does it say precept upon precept, line upon line? I believe it's Isaiah 28.
Woe to the crown of pride.
Hold on, let me see. Isaiah 28 and 10.
You said 28?
28 and 10, so like it.
Come on. The book of Isaiah, chapter 28, verse 10. For precept must be upon precept.
This is breaking down how you must break down the Bible. Precept must be upon precept. To validate your point, I'm guarantee if you study, there's going to be another precept to validate what you just brought out. And precept must be upon precept when you're teaching this Bible. When I tell you about brotherhood, I gotta bring out these precepts. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Come, sir. Precept upon precept, line upon line. Here a little and there a little.
Yeah, so we're gonna go to Genesis. We're gonna go to Matthew. We're gonna go to John, 1 John. We're gonna go to back to Genesis. You see what I'm saying? Precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little, right? Give me Psalms 119, 104. Why do we go precept upon precept? This is gonna show you that right now. Actually start at verse 100. Psalms 119, 100. Like and share the class, Bubba Kasha. Promote this truth. Like and subscribe to all avenues of the ISUBK, whether it's ISUBK Las Vegas, California, Oakland, Sacramento. Shoot, even if you're in Washington, DC, Baltimore, Texas, you know, we everywhere, man. Like and subscribe, promote this truth, share these classes, man, get it out there. Read it once you got it.
Come, sir. The book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 100. I understand more than the ancients because I keep thy precepts.
Right. Keep going.
I have refrained my feet from every evil way that I might keep thy word.
Right. So keeping these precepts is going to refrain your foot from every evil way. It's going to keep you from doing the wrong thing. It's going to keep you from hating your brother because you understand these precepts. Go ahead.
Come, sir. Verse 103. Verse 102. I have not departed from thy judgments, for thou hast taught me how sweet are thy words unto my taste. Yea, sweeter than honey to my mouth. Through the precepts I understand. I get understanding. Therefore I hate every false way.
Read that part one more time. Now we said Isaiah 28:10. We said precept must be upon precept. Why precept must be upon precept? Go ahead, read that one more time.
Come, sir. The book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 104.
Right.
Through thy precepts I get understanding.
Through thy precepts we get understanding. Right. That's why precept must be upon precept. That's why you dig into these scriptures and you learn, because through these scriptures you will get a better understanding. You see what I'm saying? We can drop that through any questions y'all might have or any scriptures y'all might need help breaking down or something like that. Before I get into the topic, if you don't got now, I'll keep it pushing. Hold on. Give me Genesis 4. We're gonna go in a little bit on Cain and Abel real quick because this shows Cain was a very unbrotherly man. Cain, and if I could, if you were here, I want to reiterate it too because it's a heavy point, and this is basically what is the main factor that gets involved, that breaks up brotherhood is jealousy and the envy and the malice, right? So give me the definition of jealousy, envy, and malice one more time before I get into this account. Just a quick recap for y'all real quick because I know some people might not seen the last one.
Sir. Which one did you want first?
Give me jealousy. I'm gonna pull up malice. Envy right now. Read it when you got it. Go ahead.
Jealousy in the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. Hostile towards a rival or one believed to enjoy an advantage.
So you're hostile towards a rival, right? So when you have jealousy, you start to look at your brother as a rival. You start to look at your brother as a hostile, kind of like how you would look at your enemy, or kind of how your enemy looks at you. That's how you look at your brother. You start to look at him in a hostile or. Read it one more time.
Come, sir. I have another one too.
Oh yeah, keep going. Read the whole thing.
Come. Hostile towards a rival or one believed to enjoy an advantage. Number 2, intolerant of rivalry and unfaithfulness.
So you start to look at your brother as a hostile, as a rival, start to have that animosity with him because of, I don't want to reiterate myself from last week fully, but because of what? Got fresh shoes, break down the precept, You know what I'm saying? Because you're driving a nice, riding in a nice car. You know what I'm saying? I brought these things out last week because you got a nice woman, because you got nice shoes. You know what I'm saying? These are things you have. These are things that can breed jealousy. You got to check yourself. Like, man, be happy for your brother instead of jealous of your brother. You see what I'm saying? Or she got the nice purse that you wanted. See what I'm saying? I brought out last week that a lot of girls in school get into lots of fights just because she's pretty. You know what I'm saying? A pretty girl get jumped by a lot of girls just because she looks good. She came to school, and don't let the boy that she was crushing on like the new girl that came to school. You see what I'm saying? And by simple communication, y'all could have been friends. Right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could have broke the ice with each other, but instead of breaking the ice, you were jealous of the way she looked. You see what I'm saying? Instead of being cool with her, you became jealous. You know what I'm saying? Keep going. Read it one more time. So you breeding a rivalry between your brothers and sisters. It's like it. I want the envy. Yeah. So now you breed this rivalry, looking at your person like, oh man, she thinks she this or he think he that, or this and that, right? Now you got envy coming. Now comes envy. Right? I'm gonna read it for you right here. Give me malice, Baba Kashad. A painful, it's not the Merriam-Webster, by the way, painful or resentful awareness of an advantage enjoyed by others, joined with a desire to possess the same advantage, right? Let me get down. That might not be the one I want. Yeah, that is the one I want. A painful or resentful awareness of an advantage enjoyed by one another with the desire to possess the same advantages. Now, look. This goes into coveting. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, and shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor manservant, ox, ass, or anything that's thy neighbor. This goes into the law against covetousness, right? Because now you start to want what this person has. She came with the new shoes. You want those shoes, and since she has them, you're resentful towards her. See what I'm saying? That's what the jealousy turns into. Some people skip the whole jealousy step and just go run straight to envy. That's how strong the demon jump on them. They run straight to envy. I want them, man. She got them. Like, you know, you get like that. And that's the wrong step, because now what? Anything you see this person and you're envious and resentful of them, and you got this rivalry towards them. Now what you gonna do? You're gonna want to go upside. They let them say something wrong to you. They might not even let them be rude. They might not even be trying to be rude. They might not know they be rude, but let them be rude. You're gonna want to go upside their head. You might fight this person for no reason. Because they didn't say excuse me, because they didn't do this. Like the brother rolling on the block with the fresh El Camino on 26s. Right. You now want to kill him in that car because you want what he has, and since you can't have it, you want to make sure he don't have it. Right. You see what I'm saying? Or he don't look as good in it. Right. See what I mean? So then now give me malice. These are the 3 steps that we got to understand to stop us, check him at the door so we don't let this demon fester and ruin us as a nation. Because as a nation, what do? We were able to take down Jericho. You see what I'm saying? The walls of Jericho, marching around with a great shout. We were able to knock down walls. As a nation, we was able to breed people like King Solomon, King David. You see what I'm saying? And have the Yahushas of the world as a nation, keeping the Passover, do magnificent and marvelous things, and the Lord was with us. But when we don't have this brotherhood and sisterhood, when we're not joined together, we fail. You see what I'm saying? Okay. We hating one another. We killing one another. And the Lord is, in our time of affliction, the Lord is hoping that you see this and you come back to him. But since you turned your back on your brothers, since you turned your back on the brother, you turn your back on the Lord. Since you're doing that, the Lord is like, I'm done with you until you can get this right. Kind of like that bastard son or that bastard child that you have, and you're like, man, I love my baby, but until they can get it right, until they trying to get this, I done told them, I done showed them. Now, until they can get it right, then I'll welcome them back with open arms. But if they still gonna act the same way they've been acting, I'm gonna leave them where they at. Same way the Lord looks at you. If you're gonna still be acting the same way you've been acting, serving other gods, hating your brothers and sisters, wanting to be like these other nations, you know what I'm saying? Then what? I'm gonna leave you where you at. You see what I'm saying? But that's what we got to understand. Keep going. Give me malice.
Come. The word malice out of the Merriam-Webster dictionary. Intent to commit an unlawful act or cause harm without legal justification or excuse.
Intent to hold on. Slow down for me. I'm telling you, this is heavy. Because I'm telling you where it starts. It starts with that jealousy. You know what I'm saying? Keep going. Because a brother light skin, because a brother dark skin. That's a big one that you hear about all the time.
Right.
Light skin, dark skin. I love all my brothers. I ain't got no envy or jealousy towards this brother for that. That's small compared to what we trying to gain. Ain't you trying to gain the kingdom? You see what I'm saying? Don't you want to see your people on top? Aren't you tired of being at the bottom of society? People looking at you as a nigga and a spick. Don't you want to be looked at as a righteous brother? You see what I'm saying? Don't you want to be looked at as a priest of the Lord or an Israelite? You see what I'm saying? That holds power right there. To be called an Israelite says, what's Yasha Allah mean? If you could, you know, Karabasha?
Prince of the Power.
Prince of the Power. That right there holds weight. You see what I'm saying? That name holds weight. You a Prince of the Power. To be called somebody from Yasha Allah. You see what I'm saying? Shalom on Christ. No, you twat. Read that one more time.
Come, sir. Do you want another one or the same one? Okay, come. Select. Malice, out of the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, intent to commit an unlawful act or cause harm without legal justification or excuse.
So now you want to cause harm to this brother or sister for no reason. You see what I'm saying? No, you good, Crop. You stay right there. You good. Keep going. Read that definition.
Come, sir. Salagi, that's it.
That's it on that? Okay, so now look. Now we're going to get to the Cain and Abel aspect. Now, does anybody know the backdrop of Cain and Abel story? Accounts. Like, I hate saying stories because these scriptures, Christianity teaches you that they're stories, make-believe, and that they're just something to inspire you to do the right thing. That's what they teach you. But you coming into this truth, you know that these are real people that lived. They went through real things. They seen... When Moses seen a burning bush and it wasn't consumed, that's something he really seen. See what I'm saying? So like nowadays, it's hard to believe because you ain't never seen nothing like that before. It's hard to believe, just like it's hard for you to believe that we're actually gonna be ruling one day. Like you can't even really fathom that because you've been beat down so much, and it's been beat down through your whole heritage that it's hard for you to come to that understanding. Just like, okay. They knew what they was doing. This is a sidebar. They knew what they was doing when they were beating your ancestors and doing the tactics that they did now. That's why they don't have to do it now. Because they knew that through generations, it will hold weight. Just like ducks, like them ducks that fly south for the winter or summer every year. Them ducks be born on a whole other side of the world. But they know the same route that their ancestors took because it's hereditary. It gets taught. It gets, like, you know, it gets shown. You get to certain like fears and depressions and certain things. You take certain traits from your mother, your father, and stuff like that. Just like them ducks do. You take them traits. So if your mother's a paranoid and this and that, you're gonna have certain things that naturally just scare you or naturally just make you like this. And that's what they knew, and that's what they did. You see what I'm saying? So back to my point, that's why it's important to like it. I forgot my point, but that's why it's important for us to come back and serve the Lord and teach our children the right way to live. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, read give me the backdrop on Cain and Abel. That's where I was going. So go ahead. I'm about to get Genesis 4. Get the account of Cain and Abel. And I was asking, does anybody know the backdrop on Cain and Abel's account? Go ahead, Crowd.
Sluggy, I'll give you a little bit. I don't know for sure. Basically, I believe it was Cain killed Abel off of jealousy. And I guess they were supposed to be going to look for a wife when that happened.
You were right on the first part.
Okay.
Cain killed Abel off of jealousy. Go ahead, Sawat.
Cain was jealous because both Cain and Abel brought the Most High offering. And the Most High accepted Abel's offering and didn't accept Cain, so Cain got mad. And he killed his brother out of that jealousy that he was accepting.
Right. Cain, he's right. That's how it went. And Cain skipped a whole bunch of steps. It wasn't even jealousy no more. He went straight to, he wanted to bless, he went straight to envy. he wanted the blessing that Cain had got. He wanted the approval from the Lord, and then that demon accelerated straight to malice. You see what I'm saying? We don't get it though. Genesis 4 or somebody. Hey, Sawab, could you see me one time?
The book of Genesis, chapter 4 and verse 1.
Yeah, you can start that one.
The book of Genesis, chapter 4 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And Adam knew Eve.
Hold on. Let me get there with you. Real quick. Yeah, this strong. Let me get there with you real quick. We had Genesis 4. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go.
The book of Genesis, chapter 4 and verse 1.
The water.
And Adam knew Eve, his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And she conceived and bare Cain.
Right. So Cain was the eldest. Go ahead.
Right. And said, I have gotten a man from the Lord.
Right. There you go. Keep going.
And she again bare his brother Abel.
Mm-hmm. So Cain is the older brother. Abel's his younger brother. Now, and a lot of times in America, they breed that sibling rivalry is always there. I don't know if y'all the only child, if y'all got brothers and sisters, but that's always there. It's natural. You know what I'm saying? But it could be done in righteousness. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, I got brothers and sisters. I got sons and daughters. Now, my sons and daughters, I see them go at it all the time over small things, little things. They seeking my approval on certain stuff, and they want this, they want to be seen more. That can be done in righteousness if you do it. Check it when it gets unbrotherly and unsisterly. You teach them the foundations of loving our sister. This is your family. This is your blood. Now, if you let that stuff go unchecked, then what's going to happen? Jealousy, envy, malice. See what I'm saying? Wow. And then one thing, next thing you know, your daughter got your other daughter cutting off all her hair in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? They sticking bubble gum in each other's hair. Like, they doing little things out of spite towards one another. Wow. You see what I'm saying? I mean, granted, that stuff might happen, you know what I'm saying, outside of them just being jealous and mad with each other. Accidentally, you know what I'm saying, something might happen. But a lot of times, that's where it comes from. You see what I'm saying? Sibling rival is natural. You know what I'm saying? But you got to let it be done in righteousness. Let them compete for the right things. Let them know that they goal and objective is the same as each other, and that they can achieve it together. You see what I'm saying? Rather than putting one up against another one and putting that one up against another one. You see what I'm saying? I mean, and granted, you might have your favorite child, but you don't got to let them know who your favorite child is. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, though. Continue reading.
Come. And she again bare his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of sheep.
Right, so Abel kept sheep. And did it describe what Cain brought? Oh, yeah, in verse 3, yeah. And Cain brought fruit from the ground. So Cain was a farmer. Abel was a shepherd, right? Go ahead.
But Cain was a tiller of the ground.
Oh, so like I jumped ahead. Keep going, though.
And in the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 4. And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings. Firstlings.
Mm-hmm.
He also brought of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof.
Right, now, okay, now look. From my understanding, the reason why the Lord didn't accept Cain's offering and accepted Abel's offering was because Cain just brought some of his stuff that he had. Now, if you read what Abel brought his firstlings of his flock and the fat thereof. So he brought his best forward to sacrifice to the Lord. Cain did not. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Okay. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering.
Right, because why? He brought his best. So the Lord, naturally, you will respect the child that brought his best, right? So the Lord, that's what the Lord did. Go ahead.
But unto Cain and to his offering, he had not respect.
Mm-hmm.
And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell.
Right. So now what? He got mad. And when he got mad, he became jealous. And he's like, man, what? You know, now that rivalry bred right there from him being angry. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 6. And the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wroth?
Why are you upset? Right? Go ahead.
And why is thy countenance fallen?
Right?
If thou dwellest well, shall thou not be accepted?
Right. This is what Sawat brought up 2 weeks ago. He said that you mad at another brother when you can be on the same level as that brother.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If you put the work and the effort and the time behind that brother put in, you can achieve the same things. And then here, brother gonna help you get to his level and past his level. You know what I'm saying? If possible. You know what I'm saying? So it's like hate on who? You know what I'm saying? Why hate when you can achieve the same thing that I can if you put the work in? You might have to put more work in because it's you, or I might have to put less work in because it's me. But either way, we both got to put work in. We both can achieve the same thing. You see what I'm saying? Keep going. So Lord saying, why you mad? If you put your work in behind it, won't your blessings be accepted? Right? Go ahead. Go ahead. Slack Go ahead, Karab.
Slack it, sir. Just had a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
What is countenance?
Countenance is like you can be mad, but your countenance is like your spirit. Spirit's falling, like you knocked down, like your
presence, what is
like your facial, like your whole mannerisms. You see what I'm saying? Like you see what I'm saying? It's like my countenance is falling, like you can just tell on the brother. Oh, let's get the definition so I'll make sure I'm telling you the right thing.
I didn't mean to veer off.
No, it's on point. Count 10 minutes.
That's all I was thinking.
Oh yeah, a person's facial expression. A person's face or facial expression. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is. So it's like you see it in there. It's like a person be mad, but you don't know they mad. When they countenance, you can tell a person's mad. They might sock a wall. They might, you know what I'm saying? Like like you might see a brother, he going through, like, damn, brother, you good? Like you going through it over there. I don't mean to laugh, but that's what brother say. Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It's not gonna be like his body language too.
Right. This is whole like countenance. Go ahead.
It's like a vibe.
Yeah.
In our words.
It's a vibe, but it's also you can see it on that person.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like you can see, like let's say you beat me in the game. Like you beat me in the game back to back. Like at first I was on the game like, oh, let's get it. Then I'm on the game like my countenance has fallen. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, Sawat.
At this point, he was so upset he couldn't hide it. There was no hiding it.
Right.
Yeah.
Excellent point. There was no hiding how upset he was. Like I said, a person can be upset and you don't know they're upset. Like they taking it in mind, like, dang, okay. Like they still got the same facial expression, still moving like how they move. But then when a person's countenance is falling, that's how you know it really bothered that person because they no longer can hide, like Sawab said, how they're feeling.
Right.
It shows like their emotions are on their sleeve, man. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Khan. Verse 7. If thou does it well, shall thou not be accepted?
Right. So if you do the same thing, put the same effort behind that Abel did, won't you be accepted as well?
Right.
That's what the Lord said to Cain. Go ahead. Cain wasn't trying to hear none of that. Go ahead.
And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
Right. So if you don't choose to do well, what's going to lie at the door? Sin. Because now what? You're going to want to go against what you've been taught. You're going to go against what's been wrong. And what is that? You're going to want to cause malice, cause harm, envy. Envy is coveting. It was just in shorter words. Envy is coveting what your neighbor has. Malice is the act of coveting, which would be harm to your brother and sister. And if you wouldn't do it to yourself, you shouldn't do it to your brother and sister. You can't murder your brother and sister. That's against the law. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Oh God. And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him.
Now, if you don't choose to do right, sin is going to be your desire, and it's going to rule over you. See what I'm saying? There's like a lot of brothers and sisters in the world. They choose not to do right, so what rules over them? Sin. They desire is to go get high, to hate their brother. Let's go ride on some essays. Let's go ride on some blacks. Let's go ride on them bloods over there. Let's go ride on them Crips over there. They do that type of stuff because why? That's their desire. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Jeremiah, I believe it's 5:22 or 4:22. I'm paraphrasing. You're Sodom's children. wise to do evil. You see what I'm saying? Now your knowledge and everything that you desire to do is for evil. It's for sin. And the Lord is warning Cain at this very moment. Right? Go ahead.
And Cain talked with Abel, his brother. And it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him.
And killed him. He rose up against his brother and killed him. Why? Because his offering was accepted by the Lord and he was jealous of that. And he was envious. He wanted that. And then now what? That envy bred that malice that I was talking about. So I said jealousy, envy, and malice are important to understand. And the Lord was trying to correct him out of that jealousy. He told him simply, you can achieve the same thing that your brother achieved if you simply work for it and come in the right spirit. But no, what did he do? He let his demon grow. He fed his demon instead of starving his demon. See what I'm saying? And when you feed your demons, that's a whole nother plan for what you get involved in, because demons, it's like a house party. They want to invite everybody they know. You see what I'm saying? And they want to invite everybody they know. Now it's hard to starve them. You see what I'm saying? But go ahead. Read that one more time. So he killed his brother. Read that part.
That Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him. Verse 9. And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother?
Okay, now, it's a term that people say, my brother's keeper. Do y'all feel that that's the right term to say? Like, I'm my brother's keeper? Go ahead, crowd. La'ah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I never really knew the actual meaning.
We're about to find out right now. What you think, Sabak? Do you think my term, my brother's keeper, is a righteous term to say?
My brother's keeper?
Like, I'm my brother's keeper.
I'm saying I'm my brother's keeper?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I said it like that, yeah, but what he said it, I say no.
Yeah, okay. That's a good answer. Go ahead, Crowd.
Real quick, are you talking about in the truth or in the world? Because I was thinking about it in the world, and I say no, because it's like they're not doing it.
Both. Well, we're going to get why the spirit behind it, and why you don't really hear brothers saying that like that. Go
ahead. And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper?
Now, do you see the spirit behind what he's saying? Now look, read it one more time. I'm gonna let it register one more time. Read it one more time.
Genesis chapter 4 and verse 9. And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother?
So the Lord, he killed his brother. And the Lord already know, but he's coming to him and asking him, where is Abel, thy brother? Go ahead.
And he said, I know not.
I don't know. Lying like a mug. Go ahead.
Am I my brother's keeper?
Am I my brother's keeper? I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper? See what I'm saying? See the spirit behind that? Go ahead. Oh, Salaki, go ahead.
Oh, Salaki, I was going to ask a question. Salaki,
go ahead.
But I was going to say, is he basically saying, like, he not his mama type?
Yeah, and he's being a smart ass. That's what he's doing. He's being a smart ass. Go ahead.
Like, basically, I'm not supposed to, like, why should I be worried about my brother? Like, I'm not supposed to look after him. Yeah,
he's being sarcastic to the Lord. This how much demons he got on him. You see what I'm saying? When demons fester on you so much, he's being sarcastic to the Most High Power. Right. You see what I'm saying? He's being like, I don't know, what, am I my brother's keeper? Like that, like I ain't. You should be asking his mama where he at. Like, you might as well say that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how he's being. He's being disrespectful. He's saying it out of sarcasm when he knows that he slew his brother, and the Lord is asking him for a reason. See what I'm saying? The Lord might have mercy on him. You never knew how if he played his cards right, but he didn't. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So in the world sense, my brother's keeper would mean like I'm my brother's like backbone or something.
In the world aspect, I don't know what brothers might mean when they say that in the world. They might be saying it how he's saying it. You see what I'm saying? That's why we don't. I don't say that you ain't never heard me say I'm my brother's keeper. You see what I'm saying? I'll tell y'all brothers I got your back. You know what I'm saying? I'm here with you. I'll pick up your cross just like I'll expect y'all to pick up mine. You see what I'm saying? That's like how Christ told brothers, pick up your cross and follow me. You see what I'm saying? Pick up that burden and follow me. And we're going to do this together. I don't know what a brother in the world might mean when he said that. He might mean it the same. He might have the same spirit behind him as Abel. You see what I mean? It's like it's Cain. You see what I'm saying? So keep going.
God, verse 10. And he said, what hast thou done?
He said, what has that? Now you know it. Now the Lord knows something wrong. Like, what you doing? Being sarcastic. What? You talking reckless? What's going on? What have you done? Right? Go ahead.
The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground.
Now he knows. Now he's showing him that he knows. See what I'm saying? It's kind of like, since you want to be a smart ass about it, you know what I'm saying? Your voice of your brother's blood cries to me from the ground, asking you for a reason. What have you done? See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
God. Verse 11. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand.
Now, let me show you an example of somebody who's actually truly trying to look after their brother. Give me Genesis 18. Salakia.
Genesis chapter 18, verse 1.
Let me get there with y'all real quick. Hold on. My computer now froze up. Hold on. Go ahead, Ryan. Or whoever got it, go ahead.
Genesis chapter 18, verse 1. And the Lord appeared unto him in the plains of Mamre. Mamre?
Yeah, I believe it's Mamre.
And the Lord appeared unto him in the plains of Mamre. And he sat in the tent door in the heat of the day. And he lifted up his eyes and looked, and lo, 3 men stood by him. And when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the tent door and bowed himself towards the ground.
Right. Okay. So now this is about Abraham and Sarah. And now we're going to get this Abraham, Sarah, and Lot. Right. So what this is going in on is we're about to read. We're about to skip some of it, but if you skip down, but in between there is talking to these men that came are angels. Right. Abraham recognized them as angels and bowed himself to them. Now the angels are about to tell him that Sarah's about to have a son in this time period, and we about to go destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. This was going on, right? Now, mind you, Lot, which is Abraham's nephew, I believe it's Abraham's nephew or his cousin, one of those. It's his family member on his father's side. Is in Sodom and Gomorrah. See what I'm saying? So when they tell him that he's going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, Abraham's worried for his cousin. Go ahead.
So I have a question on why. Was he serving the Most High? Is that why the Lord saved him about something?
Right. He was. That's why he said we're gonna get it. That's why Abraham said, "Will you destroy Sodom and Gomorrah for 10 righteous, for 1 righteous?" He was that righteous person he was talking about was Lot. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So it serves like it. I want to be like a difficult question, but what laws were they following then?
The
like,
laws.
Was it all the laws was it just like common sense, or was it just like
Okay, it wasn't the laws like how you say the Mosaic law. So It wasn't like the laws of Moses. They weren't following that thing. They were following the ways of the Lord. See what I'm saying? Like when the Lord blew breath into Adam, he gave him his ways of life. See what I'm saying? When he lifted up from that bottom spot, he gave him the ways that he wanted them to live. So we kind of had that was the start of our own culture. Now, when Moses came into aspect, it was the reiteration of that, and to let them know that these ways come from me, and this is that the full order. You know what I'm saying? He actually showed them who they were serving, right, and why they should serve, and this is the consequences of not serving me. You see what I'm saying? He gave it to them in a more direct way. Back here it was just like follow the Lord. Right. I mean, it's still like that, but it was more so I'm telling you, do it. Right. Now they know this is why, this is this. They have a little bit more explanation by the time Moses came around. You see what I'm saying? But it was always the same. Like the Lord, Malachi, I believe, it's like a book of Malachi, the 4th chapter says, I'm the Lord, my ways I change not. So he ain't telling them nothing different from what he told Moses. You see what I'm saying? So they following the same guidelines. You see what I'm saying? It was just more so told to him. You see what I'm saying? Angels appeared more. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Oh, so like verse 3.
Or mongers leads to destruction. So like it. That's not the
book of Genesis, chapter 18, verse 3. And said, my Lord, if now I have found favor in thy sight, pass not away, and pray thee from thy servant. Mm-hmm. Let a little water, I pray you, be fetched, and wash your feet, and rest yourselves under the tree.
Right. So Abraham recognized who these men are, and then who they are to the Lord. So he's like, shoot, let me show you some brotherhood. Let me make sure I'm right in the eyes of the Lord. Let me serve you. Let just chill here. Let me get you some water. Let me wash your feet. Let you relax for a little bit. Have my rib, cook you up something. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what he's telling these angels. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 5. And I will fetch a morsel of bread, mm-hmm, and comfort ye your hearts. Mm-hmm. After that ye shall pass on. For therefore are ye come to your servant. And they said, so do as thou hast said. And Abraham hastened into the tent unto Sarah and said, make ready quickly 3 measures of fine meal needed.
Right. So they like, okay. And Abraham going in there and tell his rib, like, hurry up, go in here and cook this real quick for these brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, we all done probably been there. If you hosted people at your house, you've been there. You know what I'm saying? Hurry up, cook this meal up, you're getting on your rib about it. You trying to go back and hurry up, go entertain the brothers, and that's how it be. You know what I'm saying? I done been there lots of times. You know what I'm saying? So drop down to verse 11. So he gives them their meals, and the angels tell them, the angels are now telling Abraham that you will have a son in the appointed time, speaking of Isaac, right? Go ahead.
Come. The book of Genesis, chapter 18, verse 11. Now Abraham and Sarah were old and well stricken in age. And it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of woman. Mm-hmm. Therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, after I am waxed old, shall I have pleasure, my Lord being old also?
Right. So she said, she overhears, you out of here? Concert. So she overhears them speaking on how, them telling Abraham how he's gonna have a baby. She overhears that. She laughs to herself. I'm old. My husband's old. Like, we're gonna have a baby now. You know what I'm saying? And go ahead.
Verse 13. And the Lord said unto Abraham, wherefore did Sarah laugh, saying, shall I of a surety bear a child? Right. So the Lord says to him through his angel, saying, your woman in there laughing. Why is she laughing? Right? And so now look, you gotta picture this scenario. Right. She in the tent, they out there talking, and then them talking, they say, why your wife in there laughing at what I'm saying? I'm talking about what? Now I'm gonna bear a child. So Abraham these are the guests that he are like, trying to entertain and make sure they're good and everything, like that. And they tell him this, he like, what the, you know what I'm saying? Like, she did what? He on honey, he probably ready to check her ass, something like this. Go ahead, keep going. Come. Verse 14. Is anything too hard for the Lord?
So he's asking him, is your now they on Abraham now? Is your faith like hers? Is anything too hard for the Lord? Go ahead.
Okay. At the time appointed, I will return unto thee according to the time of life, and Sarah shall have a son. Then Sarah denied, saying, I laugh not.
So she lied. She said she laughed not. Right? Go ahead.
For she was afraid.
She was afraid.
And he said, Nay, but thou didst laugh.
He said, nah, but you did. See what I'm saying? That's why you got to watch your thoughts too. You see what I'm saying? You got to watch your thoughts too. The Lord, the eyes of the Lord in every place, behold that which is good and evil. The angels are recording. Like, you think because you didn't act on that, that the angels aren't like seeing how much you wanted to act on that, recording that too. Or how much you didn't battle it in your mind before you did it. You see what I'm saying? That's being recorded as well. So check your thoughts as well. See what I'm saying? He said, nay, but you did laugh. Like, nah, we know. Right? And drop down to 16.
Come on, sir. The book of Genesis, chapter 18, verse 16. And the men rose up from thence and looked toward Sodom. And Abraham went with them to bring them on the way. And the Lord said, shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do?
Right.
Seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation.
Right.
And all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him.
Right. Now you see how far ahead the vision of the Lord is and how small Sarah's vision was? She was looking at right here and now. Like, I'm old, it ain't gonna happen. The Lord is looking like Abraham's seed gonna be a great mighty nation, in which it is now. Now look, it started from Abraham, Isaac to Jacob to 12 sons to millions of us now. You see what I'm saying? So we can't even we make up the majority of the population of this whole world. We everywhere. You see what I'm saying? And this was back when there was just one man. Go ahead, keep going.
Come, sir. For us, like it, verse 19.
Yeah, right.
Come. Verse 19. For I know him that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord to do justice and judgment, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he hath spoken of. It's like he's spoken of him. And the Lord said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous, I will go down now and see whither they have done altogether, according to the cry of it, which is come unto me.
Right.
And if not, I will know. And the Lord, and the men turned their faces from thence and went toward Sodom, but Abraham stood yet before the Lord.
Right, keep going.
Verse 23. And Abraham drew near and said, wilt thou hast destroyed the righteous with the wicked?
Now, look, this is what's going on. So now Abraham came and he's hearing that what these men are sent to do. They're sent to go destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. So Abraham's standing before the Lord like, dang, okay, will you destroy the wicked with the righteous with the wicked? He's asking him. Because who's he thinking about? He's thinking about his family that's over there, right? Go ahead.
Verse 24. Peradventure there be 50 righteous within the city. Wilt thou also destroy and not spare the place for the 50 righteous that are therein?
Right, drop down to 30.
Verse 30. And he said unto him, oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak. Peradventure, there shall 30 be found there. And he said, I will not do it if I find 30 there.
Drop down to 32.
Verse 32. And he said, oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak yet but this once. Peradventure 10 shall be found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 10's sake.
Right.
Verse,
keep going.
Verse 33. And the Lord went his way as soon as he had left communing with Abraham.
Right.
And Abraham returned unto his place. And there came 2 angels to Sodom at even. And Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. Right. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them.
Is that 19?
Come.
Yes, it's like we done with that.
Okay.
So basically what it was, my point of this is Abraham, it's kind of like how you in this truth, right? You got a direct line to the Lord. You can pray to the Lord all you want. You got the Lord's ear because you're serving him, right? And now the Lord knew that Abraham was going to, Abraham knew that the Lord was going to go destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. So what Abraham do? He pleaded to the Lord for his family's sake. He prayed for his family. You see what I'm saying? And the Lord decided to have mercy on his family. You see what I'm saying? Rather than what the account that we read before. You see what I'm saying? When Cain just hated his brother because the Lord was in his favor. Now, what does that tell us? We have to, one, pray for our family in the world. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. You want to say something?
I was going to say, sir, I look at that kind of like how the reason why the Lord ain't came back soon because of the Isupk. Because he know that we still love our kinsmen, you know what I'm saying? So like, we praying for the Lord to not saying, destruction on because we feel like it's still brothers out there that can saved.
Okay, that's wrong. You should not be praying to the Lord to not come back. You should be praying to the Lord for him to come back, and in him coming back, you pray for your family to get it right before then. You see what I'm saying? You should want your enemies to fall. You should want the Lord to come back. That you should not try to you should not try to intervene with that, because then you will deem yourself unrighteous. You see what I'm saying? Now, you don't want to intervene with that, but what you should do is pray for your family to get it right in this time period to get it right. The Lord then gave you this grace period to get it right. Now, it's on them to get it right. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you pray for your family to get it right in this time period that we had. That's like saying that what we pray for every Saturday, saying evils and curses punishment, and let Michael and the angels come down, and Yahweh shall come down with the flying saucers. You see what I'm saying? That will make that prayer to none void. You see what I'm saying? We're praying for that to happen because we need that to happen. You see what I'm saying? Whether they got to be birthed back into the next kingdom, or whether they get it right now, we need that to happen so they can have a righteous life. You see what I'm saying? Lord willing, they get it right now. You know what I'm saying? So drop that. A couple things I want to touch on before I get into this account of Joseph real quick. Let me give this a couple Brotherhood Precepts. Give me Matthew 5:22, Quran Mashak, and then Ramat, give me Luke 6:31.
Come.
Yep, go ahead.
Come. The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 22.
Right.
But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother.
This is speaking more so on the Cain and Abel aspect, right? Cain was angry with his brother Abel for no reason, right? Go ahead.
Come. But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause, shall be in danger of the judgment.
Right. So you got anger, jealousy built up with your brother, you're in danger of judgment. You see what I'm saying? Don't let that. That's why I say, watch your mind, watch your heart, watch your actions, watch how you are towards one another. Because as Israel, we're supposed to love one another. That's one of the greatest commandments. You see what I'm saying? You're supposed to love one another. The foundation of the law of Moses is built on brotherhood. I'm telling you, that's where it all started from. That you don't cheat from your brother, you don't rob from your brother, you don't commit adultery with your brother's wife, you give him proper compensation for things you trading. It's all on brotherhood. So nobody feels cheated, so nobody feels left out, so nobody feels less than. Right? Go ahead.
And whosoever shall say to his brother Raka shall be in danger of the council.
Right, Rakah, meaning he's cursing his brother. Right? Go ahead, keep going.
But whosoever shall say, thou fool, shall be in danger of hellfire.
Right. So if you angry with your brother and you don't have no cause, or you angry with your brother without a cause, you're gonna be in danger. You're endangering your own soul. Understand that. You see what I'm saying? We don't say brotherhood is a weapon for nothing. We don't say brotherhood is important for nothing. It is. The Lord wants it to be instilled into you. See what I'm saying? Give me Luke 6:31.
Come. The book of Luke, chapter 6, and verse 31. As ye would that men should do to you, do you slightly. And as ye would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise.
Mm-hmm.
For if ye love them which love you, what thank have ye?
Right. So like, if you want to do it to yourself, why you want to do it to another man?
Right.
Like what Cain did. That's like Abraham did. He said he would want himself to be saved. So what did he do? He prayed for his cousin or nephew over there in Sodom and Gomorrah, because he would want himself to be saved. He had compassion and love for his brother. So he prayed for him to be saved. He pleaded with the Lord. Just like you want to be saved. You see what I'm saying? So what you wouldn't do to your brother if you wouldn't want nobody being upset with you about your shoes, your car, your house, your wife, your this, your that, whatever you got. Because you know precepts, because you know, whatever the case may be. You shouldn't be like that towards another brother. Back to the first precept, Matthew 5:22. But I say unto you, but whosoever is angry with his brother without cause, angry with your brother for no reason. You think that's a valid reason to be mad at your brother because he got nice boots on? You know what I'm saying? Or he's driving a nice car? It's not a valid reason to be upset with him. That's without cause. You're endangering your own soul. And I'm saying brother often, but it's also likewise for sisters. When you hear me saying brother, if you're a sister, there's a substitute sister in there. You see what I'm saying? And it's likewise for brothers towards sisters. Likewise for sisters towards brothers. We all in this together. You see what I'm saying? Drop that. Let me get wait, Mark, is there any more on there?
Verse 34. Oh yeah, it is more on there. To verse 34.
Nah, it's like it. Drop that. Give me Psalms 55:20. This is why I want to touch on that Cain and Abel account that we brought up. Right? Somebody give me Romans 15:4 before we get this.
I got something.
Go ahead, read it.
The book of Psalms, chapter 55 and verse 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with them.
Mm-hmm.
He hath broken his covenant.
Mm-hmm.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
That's like it. This is not the one I wanted. Well, I'll break it down too. This is more so talking about Esau and Jacob. You see what I'm saying? But also it can be used for Cain and Abel. He put forth his hands that was such a peace in. Abel didn't have no beef with Cain, but he put forth his hand. Cain put forth his hands at that to those that was at peace with him. You see what I'm saying? And he destroyed his brother for no reason. You see what I'm saying? But drop that. Somebody give me Genesis 39. Read what you got. Rama, give me Genesis 39. Read what you got. Quran.
The book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 4.
This is why we go back to these accounts. We can learn from these things. And they're here for our reproof, our correction, our inspiration. You see what I'm saying? These are what these accounts are for us to learn. So go back and read these things, Akim, and learn them. Because you'll be in a situation similar to what a brother before you has been. It's like a brother in here. Brothers that, like the Captain Cesario, all the captains, all the generals, they done been through situations, so you don't got to go through them. They can tell you about them before you even get into them. You see what I'm saying? And they can keep you from making the same mistakes. Go ahead. Or making a mistakes like it.
The book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
Right. So whatsoever things were written aforetime are written for us to learn. So go back and read them things aforetime so you can learn. You see what I'm saying? So you can have the understanding. Go ahead. That's what we're about to do right now in this Genesis 39. Like I recapped in the beginning of the class, talked about how now we at the point where we talked about how the jealousy, the envy, and the malice bred and got Joseph sitting down to Egypt. Now Joseph's coming in, is in Egypt, and what's going on? Genesis 39. Go ahead.
The book of Genesis, chapter 39 and verse 1. And Joseph was brought down to Egypt.
Hold on, let me get there with you. Let me get there with you real quick. Go ahead.
And Joseph was brought down to Egypt. And Potiphar,
Right, that's fine.
an officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guard and Egyptian, bought him of the hands of the Ishmaelites,
Right.
which had brought him down thither. And the Lord was with Joseph, and he was a prosperous man.
Right. So now look, what they devised was it to be Joseph's hurt. The Lord flipped it around and made it Joseph's blessing. See what I'm saying? They devised for it to be Joseph's hurt. Now Joseph's getting blessed. And now what? Joseph's a prosperous man now where he's at. Right? Go ahead, Ramon.
Which Joseph is this, or
This is Joseph of the son of Jacob. So the son, he's not of the 12 tribes because his son's got the blessing, but he's Joseph. He's Joseph. I don't know what you guys are so much. He's Joseph the Israelite. So this is not Joseph Christ's dad.
Right.
This is Joseph Manasseh and Ephraim's dad. See what I'm saying? So this is Joseph way before Christ was around. That's the only two Josephs I can think of right there. Go ahead.
It's like Jacob was around because he was the grandfather, right?
Yeah, Jacob is Joseph's dad. See, like it's not. If you notice, it's not a tribe of Joseph. It's a tribe of Manasseh and Ephraim. Because if you read Genesis, I believe it's 49, Joseph didn't receive the blessings that he put the hands when Jacob was blessing his sons. He put his hands on his sons, Joseph's sons, and they received the blessing. So they became into the 12 tribes. See what I'm saying? It wasn't Joseph, but it is the seed of Joseph. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So Joseph wouldn't be considered an Israelite?
No, he is, because
He's of Jacob.
He's of Jacob, and Jacob's name was Israel. So he's an Israelite. See what I'm saying?
So it wouldn't be no tribe, though. He would be basically.
His tribe is Manasseh and Ephraim. If you get what I'm saying. Joseph's tribe is Manasseh and Ephraim, because those are his sons. See what I'm saying? His sons received his blessing. It's confusing, but that's how it went. Like, he didn't receive the blessing himself. His tribe was through his sons. See what I'm saying? So the blessing that he would have received, he gave it to his sons. See what I'm saying? That's how it goes. So the Lord made Joseph a prosperous man in Egypt. It's all for a bigger cause. Keep going. Verse 3.
Verse 3. And his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all that he did to prosper in his hand.
Right. So now the Egyptians seeing that everything Joseph touches is moving, it's bubbling, it's going. Right? Keep going.
And Joseph found grace in his sight, and he served him, and he made him overseer over his house, and all that he put into his hands.
So Joseph's over here getting ranked up in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? He moving and getting put as an overseer, you know what I'm saying? Getting promotions and all kind of stuff. Meanwhile, his brothers promoting to his father that he's dead. They promoting to his father that his favorite son died. See what I'm saying? Now, you gotta understand that as how much hurt that caused Jacob. Jacob was hurt, you know what I'm saying? Mourning and sad. And how unbrotherly that was for them brothers to do. See what I'm saying? You not only are you being unbrotherly to Joseph, but you unbrotherly to your own father. See what I'm saying? That man's out here stressing, getting older, and aging right, because you didn't put all this stress and burden on him. See what I'm saying? Because you tell him that his youngest son died, and that, you know what I'm saying, he got eaten up by wolves and things like that, beasts of the field. Like, you know, he thinks about that hunts somebody. You know, people think about their lost ones often. You know, favorite son, he thinks about that often, right? Keep going. Verse 5.
Come. And it came to pass from the time that he had made him overseer in his house and over all that he had, that the Lord blessed the Egyptian's house for Jacob's sake. Mm-hmm. And the blessings of the Lord was upon all that he had in the house and in the field. Mm-hmm. And he left all that he had in Joseph's hand, and he knew not aught he had, save the bread which he did eat. And Joseph was a goodly person and well favored.
Right.
And it came to pass after these things that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph.
Now look, this whore now wants Joseph, because she see that this man is good at what he's doing. And, you know, for whatever reason, she attracted to him, whatever, but it's Joseph's boss's wife, right? Wants Joseph now, right? Go ahead.
So this whose wife now?
It's the Pharaoh. It's Potiphar. It's like it.
So this was a heathen.
Yes.
So Joseph was in captivity at this time?
Joseph's in Egypt, serving under the Egyptians at this time, kind of. And now his boss's wife, which is a heathen, wants Joseph.
Oh.
See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And it came to pass after these things that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph.
You see, his master's wife casts her eyes upon Joseph, meaning what? She sees him and she wants him. Right? Go ahead.
And she said, lie with me.
Keep going.
But he refused and said unto his master's wife, behold, my master would have not wanted or would it?
Wanted. I believe. Where's you at?
Oh, 8. It said, behold, my master wanted.
Right, keep going.
Not what is with me in the house. Mm-hmm. And he hath committed all that he hath to my hand. There is none greater in this house than I. Neither hath he kept back anything from me but thee, because thou art his wife.
Right. He said, ain't nothing else. Everything in this house I can touch, I can have, I can do. He said, but he kept you away from me because you are his wife. He trying to steal some values into this heathen. But this heathen don't give a damn about what he's saying. Keep going.
How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against God?
Right. So he's saying, I can't sin against my Lord. Right. You might be able to do this with your gods, but I can't do this with my God. Right? Because first you see that he hit her with the reminding her of her husband wasn't working. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell her about her own husband in his own house. That's not working. You see what I'm saying? So let me remind her of my God. Right? Go ahead.
And it came to pass, as she spoke to Joseph day by day, that he hearkened not unto her, to lie by her, or to be with her. Mm-hmm. It's like it, so she kept going. She
kept drilling his brother. This and Joseph is an example of how you fight demons. You know what I'm saying? He's fighting this demon, or this demon trying to get him. You never know. She could have been a bad heathen. You know what I'm saying? And wanting his brother, trying to seduce his brother, but he's like, I fear the Lord, and I'm going to serve the Lord. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
And it came to pass about this time that Joseph went into the house to do his business, and there was none of the men of the house were within.
Right, so there's no guards there. Like, what's going on? This is a captain of the guards. You know what I'm saying? So this is the man that he's under in Egypt is like a person of status. You See what I'm saying? So they move with guards. House is protected. Got to protect his wife. You know what I'm saying? You know how the movies go, right? Or how it goes, right? So go ahead.
And she caught him by his garment, saying, lie with me. And he left his garment in her hand and fled and got him out.
Right. So she grabbed his garment, tried to take off his clothes. He slipped up out of there, ran off. You see what I'm saying? Ran off. She got his garment in his hand. She like, damn, how did he get out of that? He slipped out of there and got out of there. Right? Keep going.
And it came to pass when she saw that he had left his garment in her hand and was fled forth, that she called unto the men of her house and spake unto them, saying, see, he hath brought in a Hebrew unto us to mock us.
Now she's mad and she wants to bring. Look, okay. I'm bringing all this out so you can understand who Joseph is, the type of brother he was. Because he was a young man. He was only like 17 when he came into Egypt. And so he reached all this status. He's still a young man. And he's battling this. He's going through that. You see what I'm saying? And I'm trying to bring out to show you that how Joseph was a brother of integrity. You know what I'm saying? He didn't deserve to be sold into Egypt, but it was part of the Lord's plan. The Lord made him prosperous into Egypt. See what I'm saying? And now he's going through Egypt. He's going through tribulation in Egypt. And now look, she getting mad because he don't want to break the laws of his God to sleep with her because she wants him robbed, right?
Right.
This is all speaking to the character of Joseph, right? This is why I'm bringing this out, right? Keep going.
He came unto me to lie with me, and I cried with a loud voice. And it came to pass when he heard that I lifted up my voice and cried, that he left his garment with me and fled and got him out. And she laid up his garment by her until his Lord came home. And she spake unto him according to these words, saying, the Hebrew servant which thou hast brought unto us came in unto me to mock me. And it came to pass, as I lifted up my voice and cried, that he left his garment with me and fled out.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass when his master heard the words of his wife, which she spake unto him, saying, after this manner did thy servant to me, that his wrath was kindled.
Right. So now it don't matter what look, this goes into your slavery. Don't go into your slavery trying to be employee of the month. They ain't gonna give a damn about how much good you done did or good you do and all that type of stuff. How many days you ain't take off and how many times they didn't call you to come in. You done came in. Let's let one bad report come back on you. All that's to hell. They don't care because you're still a Hebrew. Just like she said, the Hebrew. You're still a Hebrew Israelite. You're still a nigga, a Hispanic, and a Native American Indian. They don't give a damn about what you got going on.
Right.
You're replaceable to them. You see what I'm saying? But keep going. Let that be one of his own men, of his own kinsfolk, who would have slept with his wife, been up in his face eating dinner too. See what I'm saying? But Joseph was a man of integrity. Keep going.
And Joseph's master took him and put him into the prison, a place where the king prisoners were bound. And he was there in the prison. But the Lord was with Joseph and shewed him mercy and gave him favor in the sight of the keepers of the prison.
The Lord will see. It shows you when the Lord's with you, He with you. See what I'm saying? No matter where you at, you in prison, you here, you there. The Lord's with you. He's with you, right? He got favor in the sight of the prisoners, right? Go ahead.
And the keeper of the prisons committed to Joseph's hand all the prisoners that were in the prison. And whatsoever they did there, he was the doer of it. The keeper of the prison looked not to anything that was under his hand, because the Lord was with him, and that which he did, the Lord made it to prosper.
Right. Give me chapter 42. Now that's just a little backdrop on Joseph, right? So now it's a time when it's a famine coming into the land. And now these things play. Now what I brought up plays a vital role because Joseph now, he had a status. People know him. Egyptians know him. Prisoners know him. Like, you know, he has a status in Egypt. So he used to be trusted in Egypt. He had a little mishap because some whore lied on him, but he has a status in Egypt, right? Now read 42. Genesis 42 and 1.
Genesis 42:1. Now when Jacob saw that there was corn in Egypt, Jacob said unto his sons, why do you look one upon another?
Right, so he's like, it's a famine in the land. And it's a famine where Jacob dwells. So he's like, why y'all looking one upon another? Right? Go ahead. And all this is going to tie into forgiving thy brother. Just remember this. Keep going. Bear with me.
And he said, behold, I have heard that there is corn in Egypt. Get you down thither and buy for us from thence, that we may live and not die. Right. And Joseph's 10 brethren went down to buy corn in Egypt. But Benjamin, Joseph's brother, Jacob sent not with him. Jacob sent not with his brethren, for he said, lest peradventure mischief befall him. And the sons of Israel came to buy corn among those that came. For that famine was in the land of Canaan. And Joseph was the governor over the land, and it was that sold to all the people of the land. All right, so look. So Benjamin is Joseph's younger brother. He don't know, but Joseph don't know about Benjamin. Or Benjamin might have been a baby at this time when Joseph got sent off. You see what I'm saying? But the 10 brothers that sold him off, they about to come down to Egypt to where Joseph's at, right? Keep going. Verse 6. And Joseph was the governor of that land, and it was that sold to all the people of the land, and Joseph's brethren came. So Joseph got out of jail, became a governor over the land, and the land that his brothers is coming to is the land that Joseph's at. Now keep going. So this is in Egypt, right? This is in Egypt. And bowed down themselves before him with their faces to the earth. Now, if you remember the class I taught 2 weeks ago, when I brought it out, Joseph had a dream. Remember the dream, Isupk? Yes, sir. What was the dream? His brothers will bow down to him, and they got jealous of that dream. I forget, I'm paraphrasing the dream. I don't remember it exactly, but his brothers bowed down to him in that dream. And then they got jealous of that dream and they sold him up. It was like, oh, look, they see them coming from afar off. Like, look, the dreamer comes. The dreamer comes. Go ahead. So, like, Joseph is the youngest brother, right? At that time, he was. Oh, so this is the same story when the brothers they were trying to kill Joseph. Yeah, I'm giving you I brought that out last week to show you the jealousy, the envy, and the malice. I'm bringing this out to show you how you should forgive your brothers, just like Joseph did. Keep going. So verse 7. Right, yep. And Joseph saw his brethren and knew him, and he knew them, but made himself strange unto them, and spake roughly unto them. And he said unto them, whence come ye? And they said, hold on, you gotta recognize, picture this. Joseph is sitting here and he recognizes his family. His family don't recognize him. You see what I'm saying? And he's the governor of the land of Egypt. And they coming to his brother asking him for food. They don't even know they asking their own brother. See what I'm saying? Joseph, you gotta imagine all the old feelings that then came back up. Like, dang, my brothers is here. Like, they asking for food. Is my dad all right? It's these same niggas that have sold me off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many mixed feelings probably come up inside this man. Right. You never know. Joseph might have not never forgot that dream. You know what I'm saying? And he sees this dream coming to fruition. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot could be going on at this time for this brother. So he's okay. I'm playing cool. I'm gonna disguise my voice. I'm gonna speak rough into them, just like an Egyptian would. Right? You got a question? I was gonna say something. So he's running. He's a governor of this land that they're coming to. So he's not the whole Egypt, though. Not the whole Egypt, just of this specific sector. Yeah, this specific sector. He's running stuff. Kind of like Miriam. How who was that? Moses' wife. Dad was like kind of running that section of Egypt. Was it kind of like that? Or was he?
Moses' wife wasn't running nothing. Moses' wife's father was a priest over those sectors. Yeah.
So kind of like that.
I will put it like this. Okay. Joseph's running stuff just like how you have, what's the governor of California? Governor Newsom. Just how Governor Newsom's running this whole thing. He's running this whole thing. See what I'm saying? Go ahead. Mind you, I'm bringing this up because of what we brought up 2 weeks ago about how the brothers sold him off and how unbrotherly that was. And remember, this is the Brotherhood class. I brought that up, show how unbrotherly they was, just from the simple jealousy that they had because he was a favorite son. That bred envy. They desired to be that favorite son. And from them desiring to be that favorite son, it bred that malice. And now from that malice, they wanted to kill their own brother. But since they didn't kill their own brother, they sold their own brother to be a slave. And now he's not only he's in servitude, but he's running things over there where he's at. And it's all because the Lord was with Joseph. Right? And it was because the Lord knew that Joseph would be able to help his brothers out in the long run. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Okay. Where come ye? And they said, from the land of Canaan to buy food.
Right. So Joseph's wondering, like, where y'all coming from? Like, y'all still over there where y'all was at? From the land of Canaan to buy food. Go ahead. Keep going.
And Joseph knew his brethren, but they knew not him.
Mm-hmm.
And Joseph remembered the dreams which he dreamed of them.
See, I told you. Joseph remembered the dreams that he dreamed. Right? Keep going.
And said unto them, ye are spies, to see the nakedness of the land ye are come.
Go keep going. He just called them some spies. He's like, y'all some spies. Go ahead.
And they said unto him, nay, my Lord.
What verse you at?
Verse 10.
Keep going.
And they said unto him, nay, my Lord, but to buy food are thy servants come.
Mm-hmm.
We are all one man's sons.
Uh-huh.
We are true men. Thy servants are no spies.
Y'all, so we said, we true men. We ain't no spies. Joseph like, y'all lying Negroes. Good going.
And he said unto them, nay, but to see the nakedness of the land ye are come.
Mm-hmm.
And so see the nakedness of the land be like coming abroad.
You're trying to see because it's a famine in the land, right? So he's accusing them of trying to come see what we got so they can come. You see what I'm saying? He's trying to come see what we got and the barrenness of you trying to come, you're trying to come spy and see, oh, they got this stored up. So then now another nation or another people, so y'all can come raid our land. See what I'm saying? What you gonna say, Sabak?
So yeah, he's trying to catch him slipping.
Right. Like, that's what Joseph is accusing them of. He's trying to accuse them of being like, oh, you trying to come see what we got just so you can come take it. Right? Go ahead.
And they said, thy servants are 12 brethren, the son of one man in the land of Canaan.
Mm-hmm.
And behold, the youngest is this day with our father, and one is not.
So now, hold on. He's breaking it down like we from all one father, we come from one man. Our youngest is back at home because now they know that their life is in danger. If they considered to be stars and they found guilty, they can get killed. Right? Keep going.
Oh, God.
So Joseph here, hold on. 12 sons, all right, you right. One man, the youngest is left back. Hold on. Right? Keep going. He's like, hold on. Go ahead.
And Joseph said unto them, that is it that I spake unto you, saying, ye are spies.
Mm-hmm.
Hereby ye shall be proved. By the life of Pharaoh, ye shall not go forth hence, except your youngest brother come hither.
Right. So they saying this. He's saying basically, to prove that you're not spies, bring your youngest brother here to prove that y'all story is valid. Right? Go ahead.
Yeah, that's great.
Prove that there's one more left behind. Right? Go ahead.
Send one of you and let him fetch your brother, and ye shall be kept in prison, that your words may be proved.
Mm-hmm.
Whether there be any truth in you, or else by the life of Pharaoh, surely ye are spies.
Right. So now look, I'm gonna bring you a backdrop. So Joseph never understood why his brothers sold him off. He was 17 years old. He never understood it. Never understood why his brothers had animosity towards him. Never understood none of that. He just always loved his brothers, right? So now he's seeing that it's another brother that he don't know. What you think? He want to see this brother. He wants to see his brother. He's like, man, let me see him. Like, you know, like in the back of my mind, like, man, look at a little brother out there. Let me see this little dude. You know what I'm saying? Bring him here but he's playing it off like to validate your story. Bring him here. Right, keep going.
Come. And he put them all together in war 3 days.
Right.
That's jail.
Yep.
And Joseph said unto them the third day, this do and live, for I fear God.
Mm-hmm.
If ye be true men, let one of your brethren be bound in the house of your prison.
Right. What verse you at?
Verse 19, sir.
All right, go ahead.
Go ye, carry corn for the famine of your houses, but bring your youngest brother unto me, so shall your word be verified.
Right. Okay, so Joseph's showing a little bit of mercy. He said, okay, it's been 3 days. They ain't came back, but go here. Take this corn to your household. I know y'all hungry, but make sure you bring your youngest brother back. Keep going.
Come. And ye shall not die.
Right.
And they did so.
Right. Okay, so look. Joseph could have took the Cain route. See what I'm saying? Joseph could have took the route that they took on him and just killed him on sight because of what they did to him. Well, what did Joseph show? Mercy. He showed what? Brotherhood as well. See what I'm saying? He showed brotherhood as well. He could have just, I recognize y'all. Y'all don't recognize who I am. Y'all didn't put me here. Took me away from my father, my family, my mother. You see what I'm saying? And now what? But no, he's sending them back with food for their wives and their sons and their daughters. See what I'm saying? Keep going. It gets deeper.
Genesis chapter 42 and verse 21. And they said one to another, we are verily guilty concerning our brother, and that we saw the anguish of his soul when he besought us, and we would not hear. Therefore is this distress come upon us? And Reuben answered them, saying, spake I not unto you, saying, do not sin against the child. And you would not hear. Therefore, behold, also is his blood is required.
Go ahead, keep going. I'll break it down to you. Keep going.
Verse 23. And they knew not that Joseph understood them, for he spake unto them by an interpreter.
So we speak in Hebrew at this time. They didn't know that Joseph didn't understood them. So they speak in Hebrew to each other, talking about the situation that they did with Joseph. They believe that that's cursing them at this time and point right now.
They was cursing Joseph?
No, they believe that like, you ever like, your sins come back and haunt you? You ever heard about that? That's what they believe is happening to them right now. Like, dang, man, like, we should never sold off our brother, this and that. Because now they're accounting for the sons, and like, one is gone. He's only asking for the youngest to come back, though. See what I'm saying? Now they account for the sons, like, one is gone. They're like, dang, shit never did this, shit never did that. And Reuben's like, man, I told y'all not to do it. Like, y'all done did it. Now look at this. We ain't here. Like, they arguing back and forth amongst each other. They don't know that Joseph can understand what they're saying.
They speaking in Hebrew.
Right. So Joseph's hearing everything they're saying. He knows that they're talking about him. So now he's getting the side of the story. Okay, hold on. How do I explain this? He's getting the side of the story that he didn't know coming up from that hill. Remember the account I told you? He was coming up from that hill and they conspired against him as he came up. He's getting the side that he didn't get to hear. Now he's knowing all about it. Now he's hearing that Reuben told him not to do it and all this type of stuff and that they did it still. You see what I'm saying? And because they didn't know that Joseph could speak Hebrew, because first off, they didn't recognize him. Second off, Joseph is speaking to them through an interpreter. You get what I'm saying?
But they know who he is now, right?
What do you mean?
They still don't know who Joseph is
at this point. No, they don't know who he is. Joseph knows who they are, though. See what I'm saying?
And they just feeling guilty about themselves.
Right.
Thinking that they like that basically they finna like just throw them in prison for the rest of life.
Yeah, they like it's over. We should have never did this to our brother. Like they just like they past is coming to hunt them type stuff. See what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 24. And he turned himself about from them and wept and returned to them again.
Right, he cried. Joseph heard what they were saying and he cried. It hurt him. Because now, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like he's hearing the other side of the account of what they did to him. You know they talking about him. I'm the one that they talking about right there. So he left and he wept. And he came back and what did he do? Go ahead. If you never read the account of Joseph, man, it's a true brotherhood account. It describes both aspects. And if you hate your brother and how to forgive your brother, you gotta have that same integrity, that's why I brought that previous chapter about Joseph, showing Joseph's integrity, how he didn't fold to sleep with another man's wife, how he didn't he stuck true to his God, his power. That's the type of man Joseph was. Go ahead.
Oh God. And he turned himself about from them and wept and returned to them again and communed with them and took from them Simeon and bound him before their eyes.
Right.
Then Joseph commanded to fill their sacks with corn and to restore every man's money into his sack and to give them provision for the way.
Right.
And thus did he unto them.
So he kept Simeon. So he filled everybody's sacks with food and money and sent them on their way back to where they was. So now they're supposed to go get who? Benjamin, the youngest brother, right? Go ahead.
It's like Simeon is older.
Simeon's older than Joseph. Yeah, he's one of the oldest. Oh. And I believe it was Reuben. Oh, you tested my knowledge of how old he was. It goes Reuben, Simeon, Levi. Then it goes Judah. Oh, wait, I don't know who after Judah. I believe it's Judah. Dang, it's like I'm not sure. But I know Reuben's the oldest. I believe it's Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah. I know Judah's the fourth son. Yeah. Is it Gad? I'm not sure how old they are. I'm not sure the older. I mean, it's in the damn, bro.
12 tribes.
It don't go in birth order, no. Salakia. I'm not sure the order. I have to look it up. I can find it for you though. Give me after class, I'm gonna find it. But I know the first four oldest is Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah. After that, it's fuzzy. I don't want to take nothing wrong. Definitely not on camera. Go ahead.
Verse 26. And they ladded their asses with the corn.
Right.
And departed thence. And as one of them opened his sack to give his ass provender in the end, he espied his money, for behold, it was in his sack's mouth. And he said unto his brethren, my money is restored, and lo, it is even in my sack. And their heart failed them. And they were afraid, saying one to another, what is this that God hath done to us?
So now they're like, hold on, we have been held prisoner, held captive. They took Simeon, and our money's with us. Something ain't right. Like, what's going on? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Let's see. We can drop down, fast forward because we ain't got that much time. Okay, so give me verse 36. I'm trying to wrap this up.
In Genesis chapter 42 and verse 36. And Jacob their father said unto them, me have ye bereaved of my children. Joseph is not, and Simeon is not, and you will take Benjamin away.
So now they come back to Joseph. Then they come back to Jacob like, Dad, we need Benjamin. We need to take Benjamin back. We're trying to get this fool. We need to take him back. And his dad like, man, Simeon ain't with me. Joseph ain't with me. And now you trying to take my baby boy Benjamin? Nah, right? Keep going. You got a question?
Yeah, so I was gonna say, what was the reason why they went to Canaan anyway? If they knew, did they know that it was like one of their people ruling over there, or they just was gonna go to anybody and ask for some food?
Okay, from my knowledge, the land of Canaan, we were sojourners in all the land until we got to our land. So we were sojourners in land. So Canaan was a spot we dwelt. Abraham dwelt there. Sarah dwelt there. Like we all dwelt there. Like that was just a land we dwelt in.
Wow.
See what I'm saying? So that's pretty much why they was there, because it was just our land that we dwelt there. Right?
And Simeon is not, and ye will take Benjamin away. All these things are against me. And Reuben spake unto his father, saying, slay my two sons, if I bring him not to thee. Deliver him into my hand, and I will bring him to thee again.
Keep going.
And he said, my son shall not go down with you, for his brother is dead, and he is left alone. If mischief befall him by the way in the which he go, then ye shall bring down my gray hairs with sorrow to the grave.
So, okay. So basically, I'm gonna fast forward. I ain't gonna be able to get to it. I'm trying to look at it right now. Give me Genesis 45. I'm gonna try to get to the meat of it. Yeah, so give me Genesis 45. Okay, so basically, he brings his brothers back. I'm gonna fast forward because I don't got enough time. He brings his brothers back. They end up bringing Benjamin back, and Joseph is happy that he gets to see his brothers. He's like, had a little part time where he cried and stuff like that. He's happy he gets to see his brothers again. So he asked him, okay, bring your father here. He's doing this because he wants to see his family again. It's been a while since he's seen his family. And so now he gets to the point where now it's like, okay, they did everything he asked for them. Joseph is dealing with them like he's an Egyptian and they're a heathen and he's a heathen, they're Egyptian, they dealing with him like that. But it's gonna come to a point in time where he reveals himself unto his brothers. And when he reveals himself unto his brothers, he deals righteously with his brothers. See what I'm saying? Give me Genesis 45, let's try to get it.
You want the first verse?
Yeah, first verse.
The book of Genesis, chapter 45, verse 1. Then Joseph could not refrain himself before all them that stood by him.
So he's around all his brothers, right? And now this is how you know brotherhood is important. You're supposed to love your brothers, man. It don't matter what your scriptures tell us. Hold on. Scriptures tell us how often do I forgive a brother, right? Give me that real quick. Hold on. Where is that? Give me Matthew 18 and 21. Real quick. Hold on. Where you at, Karapashak? Real quick. Matthew 18 and 21. Real quick.
The book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 21.
Man, my ear itching, right?
Then came to Peter him and said, Lord, how often shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Till 7 times? Then Jesus said unto him, I say not unto thee until 70 times, until 70 times, but until 70 times 7.
Right. So he said, so what, 7 times? My brother offended me about 7 times. I shall forgive him after 7 times. How was I say? Now after 70 times, not after 7 times 7, but after 70 times 7. Like give him like a number that like you just keep forgiving your brother. You see what I'm saying? And that's what Joseph didn't hear this, but that's what Joseph knew. I'm gonna forgive my brothers. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna forgive my brothers because it's the right thing to do. He knew in his spirit it's the right thing to do. We're supposed to have mercy on each other. Now, brother offend you, man, I like the brother. Man, I can't get down with that brother how you used to get down with him. Might not be able to, you know what I'm saying, invite him over your house no more, whatnot. But you still show the brother love. You still show that brother hospitality. You still show him brotherhood. It don't matter what's going on or how it may be. You still show that brother forgiveness. Like a brother might tell me something, I might be like, God damn, don't even sweat that shit. You know what I'm saying? You never know how that brother may react to it. Brothers have told me some stuff, and I'll be like, damn, it was like that? Shit, no sweat. We good still, though. You know what I'm saying? We still good. And that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? You always forgive your brothers. Don't let nothing come between the brotherhood. Don't let nothing come between the sisterhood, because that's Satan trying to divide the nation. And we have to strive for the nation to be united. You see what I'm saying? That's what's going to bring back Christ. That's what's going to bring back our King. And that's what's going to have us in rulership. Us being gathered together as a nation. If we don't have unity, we're not going to have a nation. Right. Because to have a nation, you have to be unified. Right. You understand? We have to be unified if we're going to have a nation. And if you love the Lord like you say you love the Lord, if you're here to serve the Lord like you say you serve the Lord, love your brother and love your sister. It's as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? And give as you should give and receive as you should receive. You see what I'm saying? But keep going on that. You read that, Matthew, so give me back to the Genesis.
Come on. The book of Genesis, chapter 45, verse 1. Then Joseph could not refrain himself before all them that stood by him. And he cried.
Right. So Joseph sees all his brothers. He can't refrain himself no more. He even put up this act. He sees all his brothers. He cried. Read the account of Joseph, man. Read these accounts. It's a really good account. You learn something from it. Just like I'm trying to teach y'all something from it, but you'll learn something from it. Keep going.
Come.
We fast forward a lot of it, so you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get y'all to brush it up. Go ahead, keep going.
Come. Cause every man to go out from me. Mm-hmm. And there stood no man with him.
Right.
While Joseph made himself known unto his brethren, mm-hmm. and he wept aloud, and right. The Egyptians and the house of Pharaoh heard.
Right. So he's like, leave, everybody leave, and he just cried. And everybody hearing why he crying, like, what's going on? Right? Go ahead.
Come. Verse 3. And Joseph said unto his brethren, I am Joseph.
He revealed himself. He said, I'm Joseph. Right?
Come.
Keep going.
Oh, so like, doeth my father yet live?
So he asked him, is my father still alive? I'm Joseph. Tell my brothers, like, is dad still alive? Keep going.
And his brethren could not answer him, for they were troubled at his presence. And Joseph
Why were they troubled? Hold on. Why were they troubled? Why would they be troubled? Go ahead, Ramon.
I feel like it's that they felt guilty.
Mm-hmm.
They felt like they needed a punishment, or they was going to get a punishment.
They were troubled because of what they did to him previously.
Oh,
so when they see that this man, that they may ask him for corn, for food, and for this, for that, who they was regretting in the back of their mind, that they shouldn't have did this to Joseph, and this and that, couldn't find out that this is him. They like, dang, he asking, is my dad alive? They looking at him like, you know what I'm saying? Stuck. You know what I'm saying? Felt wrong. You got something to say?
Oh, Con, I was just gonna wait too.
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask, did Joseph reveal to, or did his brothers basically remember that he had the dream that they vowed?
I don't think it says that they remembered. I know Joseph remembered though. Scripture says Joseph remembered the dreams he had. I don't know if they remembered, but I know Joseph remembered the dreams he had. Keep going. Whoever got it.
Come, sir. Genesis chapter 45, verse Verse 3. And Joseph said unto his brethren, I am Joseph. Doeth my father yet live? And his brethren could not answer him, for they were troubled at his presence. And Joseph said unto his brethren, Come near to me, I pray you. And they came near. And he said, I am Joseph, your brother,
Right.
whom ye sold into Egypt.
Right. He reminded them who he was. Keep going.
Okay. Now therefore be not grieved nor angry with yourselves that ye sold me hither.
Right. Don't be grieved. Don't be angry with yourselves. He's saying, let that go. Right? That's what he's telling his brothers. Let that go. Keep on.
For God did send me before you to preserve life.
So that he's telling them, it wasn't even what y'all did to me, it wasn't even y'all fault. The Lord sent me here to save y'all lives. Go ahead. Keep going.
Come. Verse 6. For these 2 years have the famine been in the land, and yet there are 5 years in the which there shall neither be airing nor harvest. And God sent me before you to preserve you a posterity in the earth, and to save your lives by a great deliverance.
So this is what he's telling them. He's saying that don't sweat the old stuff. Don't sweat that. The Lord sent me here to save your lives. And guess what? I'm here to save your life. See what I'm saying? I'm your brother Joseph, whom you sold. And I'm here to save your life. You see that? Like what you might intend to be somebody else's harm could be somebody else's blessing. You know what I'm saying? But you don't even want to be caught in that crossfire of that. You see what I'm saying? You always want to make sure you somebody's that you are righteous on the right hand side of righteousness. Hold on. Well, most high in Christ, and it's like it. Angela Ruiz, most high in Christ. Just we watch it from the top. But yeah, you always want to make sure you on the right hand side of righteousness. Don't even let your judgment be in that and be in doubt. Just make sure you have the sound. Like a sound mind is better than unwavering mind. You see what I'm saying? Like, dang, did I do the right thing? Did I not do the right thing? Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I this? Am I that? You better just be like, man, I know I did the right thing. I helped that brother. You know what I'm saying? I've been brotherly to my sister. I mean, I've been sisterly to my sister. I've been like this with my people. I'm good. I don't have to worry about that. That's how you want to be. You don't want to have that up and down in your mind where you can't really, you wonder if you did the right thing. When praying for the Lord to have mercy on you about that. Like, no, you know you did the right thing. That's how you should be. Right? Keep going.
So like it. I believe it was in verse 8. It's like it. Genesis chapter 45, verse 8. So now it was not you that sent me hither, but God.
Right. And
he hath made me a father to Pharaoh, and Lord of all his house, and a ruler throughout the land of Egypt. Haste ye, and go up to my father, and say unto him, Thus saith thy son Joseph, God hath made me Lord of all Egypt. Come down unto me, tarry not. Verse 10, and thou shalt dwell in the land of Goshen, and thou shalt be near unto me, thou and thy children, and thy children's children, and thy flocks, and thy herds, and all that thou hast.
Right, so now look. What Joseph's doing is like ultimate brotherhood. They didn't sold this brother and they didn't sold him for his own hurt and didn't desire him no good. And what he's returning unto them is ultimate good. He's telling them, I'm going to give you your own land here in Egypt, in Goshen. They're going to have y'all food. It's going to be land that y'all going to dwell here for y'all children, y'all children's children, y'all wives. Y'all going to be good. Forget that. what didn't happen? I'm here to help y'all. The Lord, Slocky. The Lord sent me here to help y'all. And I'm gonna do that. That's why I brought up with the previous classes about the integrity of this man. Joseph was a man of integrity. You have to uphold yourself to be a man of integrity. No matter what you go through, no matter how hard things may be, no matter what somebody done did to you, what do you hold yourself to? What do you stand on? What type of man are you? If you're a man that serves the Lord, follows the Lord, and does the Lord's will, then you are a man of his integrity. And a man of his integrity will have the same mindset that Joseph had. Throughout, if his brother offends you, brothers try to kill you or not. See what I'm saying? Because some brothers come from the world and got shot at by Mexicans, and got shot at by blacks, and then got shot by them both. You see what I'm saying? Now what? You come to serve the Lord, you're gonna let that stop you from truly loving your brother? No, you can't let that stop you. If the goal that you're trying to achieve is the kingdom of heaven, if you're trying to achieve the kingdom of heaven, realize what you want. If that's what you truly want, is you being unbrotherly going to stop you? Is a demon going to stop you from achieving the righteousness that you want to achieve, achieving the blessing that you desire, the true thing that you desire? That's the true thing that you desire. Unless you desire sin, unless you desire to be big in America, and that's what you truly desire, that's what you're going to seek after. But if you truly desire to serve the Lord, you want that kingdom of heaven to come on earth, you're going to pray for that. You're going to want that. You're going to want the destruction of your enemies. You're going to want to see it come down. You're going to want to see your brothers uplifted. You see what I'm saying? These are the things you're going to want. And if you want that, you got to act that part as well. Not slack it, not act. You got to be that part. See what I'm saying? We don't want no actors in here. Actors play their role, and then they go home and they're somebody totally different. Then they'll play another role, and it's somebody totally different. We want somebody who's true to themselves, who stands on the integrity of these words, of these precepts. You read in Psalm 19:104, through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way. Right. Anything other than standing on the integrity of this word is a false way. Right. You see what I'm saying? And you gotta choose this day yourself, who you want to be and how you want to be, what you want to stand on. You see what I'm saying? Because I want brothers around me that's gonna keep me right. I want brothers around me that if I offend them, we can move past that. And I'm not forever holding this grudge about me. And that's what Joseph's showing his brothers. You offended me, and yeah, you guilty about it, but we're gonna move past that. Right. See what I'm saying? You got to be able to do that with your brother and sister. See what I'm saying? You don't want your house to come back, and then you still acting like that. See what I'm saying? You still can't forgive your brother or sister. Right. See what I'm saying? Hey, choose this day who you truly want to serve and what integrity and values you stand on. No matter what you go through, I tell brothers and sisters under me, be on the right-hand side of righteousness through it all. Don't let nobody, nothing change who you are or how you say you're going to be and what you stand on and what you stand for. See what I'm saying? And with that, we're going to end the class, man. Get the Most High hand. Oh, you got a question?
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
I just seen this. I didn't know if you continued or not, but Alicia, she asked who was Reuben today. I didn't know if you
hold on. They asking who's Reuben today?
Yeah, come on.
Reuben today will be the Seminole Indians, according to the Bible. Reuben today will be the Seminole Indians, according to the Bible. And he's one of the 12 tribes. Reuben is the firstborn of Israel. His nation will be the Seminole Indians today. Okay. That's it? That's only questions? Go ahead. You got a question?
The Seminole Indians will be the ones that the northern America, northern east, I would say.
Okay, like the way
southern east.
The way it was built, from my knowledge, and I'm not too savvy on it, but from the way it was built, I believe like you basically split America in half, right? And I'm pretty sure the tribes intervened in between there too, but usually from the eastern part of America, from like the Midwest on, it was usually Simeon. It's like a Reuben. This side was Gad. You see what I'm saying? That's how I think of it. But I could be wrong. I know I'm pretty sure certain states with certain tribes, I could be wrong. I'm not too sure on the territorial aspects of the Seminole Indians and the Gadites. You know what I'm saying? So don't quote me on it. But I know for sure, like Florida and like those southern states, was for sure like Seminole, which would be Reubenites. You know what I'm saying? But just to wrap it up one more time, any more questions anybody might have or anything? I'm gonna say it one more time, man. Stand on the right hand side of righteousness. Stand on that integrity that you say you're gonna stand on, and that integrity that you stand on should be the laws of the Lord, and it should be, and shouldn't nothing waver or knock you off that course. You see what I'm saying? We striving for the kingdom. You should want your brothers and sisters to make it. And with that, I'm in the class, man. Get the Lord a hand. All right, shalom, Israel.